prices, your holiday, your loan, your way, where money is made easy.
This Christmas, add postpaid for a festive win-win. We're gifting you a 50-inch smart TV or a $400 Amazon gift card. When you add a Flow postpaid mobile plan to your home internet, you can celebrate the most wonderful time of the year with a big screen or big shopping. Let us upsize your TV or clear your Amazon cart. Either way, you come out on top. Add postpaid to internet today for your festive win-win. Visit discoverflow.co for more info. Terms and conditions apply.
The wait is over. Registration is now open for the COSCAP Junior Carnival Parade 2025. This year, we celebrate under the theme National Treasures, highlighting our unspoiled historical sites and cultural art forms. The Masquerade, Clowns, Brimstone Hill, Berkeley Memorial, Independence Square, and from Nevis, Hot Spring, Bath Hotel, and the Botanical Gardens. It all comes alive on Saturday, December 27th, 2025. Sign up now. It's free. Register online at www.skncarnival.com or in person at the Department of Youth, 3rd floor of the Cable Building, Keon Street, Bastyr. But hurry, while stocks last, join the celebration, honor our national treasures, and watch the future of Carnival shine. It's sweet to the core. Sugar Mass 54.
It's the Horseford's Building and Nevis Centers and Builders Paradise biggest savings weekend of the year. The Builders Big That Weekend Blowout. Get 30% off all discountable in-store items at Horseford's Building and Nevis Centers. And get 25% off all discountable items at Builders Paradise all weekend. Plus, enjoy a 12% VAT discount on that day, Friday, December 12th. On top of these massive savings, unwrap huge deals on tools, tiles, lumber, plumbing, paint, decor, fixtures, and so much more. Unwrap big savings on this builder's Big That Weekend Blowout. Thursday, December 11th. That day, Friday, December 12th. And Saturday, December 13th. Build with us at Horseford's Building and Nevis Centers. And enjoy everyday low prices at Builders Paradise.
And we're back in Island Tea, just about 26 minutes after the hour of 8. And as we continue along, well, let me correct myself. Firstly, it's Curtis Crook and not Curtis Brooks. Curtis, don't get me. I forgot the name at the last moment. I remember these things, and then when I'm ready to speak, sometimes it eludes me. So we're going to wait until after the budget with these two smart gentlemen that I have around me, and then we're going to talk about the double salary. But for now, we'll continue on regionally. Good morning, caller. You're live on Island T.
Good morning to everybody. And once more greetings in the name of Jesus Christ, the only Savior of sinners from their sins and from hell. Through the gospel, through faith only, by the gospel only, according to the word of God only, and the second person of the eternal Trinity. Now, I would like to speak to the issue of double salary and bonus. But before I get to that, I would like to ask Scott Tensia and Quint. Have you all seen the funny clip, the humorous situation that occurred Tuesday night at the in the spirit of Christmas?
No, I was watching last night, but I think I fell asleep after a while. But I didn't watch on Tuesday.
Okay, there's a humorous clip on WhatsApp going on WhatsApp for short, very short, very clip that happened in the spirit of Christmas. Is it okay if I send it to you through WhatsApp?
Sure.
Yeah, you could. I would really like it to play it on the internet because I know Quint would laugh.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I know Quint would laugh. Well, I just sent it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, very short clip.
Okay.
Very humorous.
Okay.
Secondly, when is budget?
Does it start today, Quint?
I don't know. I don't know for sure.
I am not sure, Greg. So
yeah, because I would really like to know. And St. Kitts has been the only country that has been paying a double, right? In the Caribbean, right?
Well, it seems so because St. Vincent is modeling. I'm not sure about the entire Caribbean, but St. Vincent is modeling their supposed double salary after us.
Yeah, 'cause that's how it seemed to me. After that kind of language, because I saw the clip as well with the kite double bubble. But concerning the double salary, okay, or the bonus, I'm gonna be quite honest with you. I don't see any of the two coming.
Why?
And there's a reason why I say I don't see any of the two coming.
Why?
Because just the other day, the Prime Minister had to say concerning, when he was asked about that double salary thing by Glenn Batt, the Prime Minister had to let you know, well, all the monies that the government has been spending and investing in this and in that sort of stuff. I know he did the same thing, I think, last year as well, when he let you know, hey, the government has been investing money, millions of dollars in this and in that, so therefore the government ain't had any money for whether double salary or bonus. And double salary is really a bonus as well. So I see the same playbook again this year as well. And that is my guess.
So you're not going to wait until after the budget, the gentleman?
And that is a good guess.
Well,
that is a good guess because it means you are looking at examples before and following a trend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might not work out that way, but that is a good guess.
That's just my guess. I'm not a prophet nor the son of a prophet, and we all of us, whether we like yes or not, have to wait for the budget to really know. But we can guess. And in the meantime, we can give our gut feelings. And that is just my gut feeling, you know. Yeah, so, but if you ask me if what I would like, okay, I would like the civil servants get the double, and the others who are not qualified for the double, they get the bonus. If you ask me, that's my personal preference.
Because that will be a big trust to the economy, boosting the economy and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so people would spend more instead of save the little double.
Yeah.
You know, so but like I said, I just gave my personal guess. So in other words, if the double or the bonus come, I will be very pleasantly surprised. But if it ain't come, I wouldn't be disappointed because that has been my guess.
Yeah.
Based upon what the Prime Minister said just the other day. So. Anyway, Katensia, yes, I hope you find. I hope you really well. I hope you really find young Queen finds you very humorous.
Now that you sent it, now that you sent it, I saw it. So
yeah, it's a very humorous.
It's for oh, yeah, I'll play it. Don't worry.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Quint. You gotta hear this. When I saw it, I said, "Oh, I remember hearing this last night," but it wasn't last night. It was on Tuesday. But the clip was going around when I was perusing for my stuff today. But give me 1 sec.
I think I know what it is. You know.
You sure?
I was on a bus and I heard someone ask, "What was their favorite memory of Christmas, of Carnival?" Yeah.
One of the things you enjoy about Christmas over the years.
I enjoy the music. New Orleans band.
Mama, this is a Christian concert. It's a gospel concert. So you have to talk about the church music. Jim Reeves and Radio Paradise. She said, I am 89. And New Vibes is not 89. And Grandmasters is not 89. So Radio Paradise come before them. Right. Tell me one of the things you love to eat when Christmas comes. You love your ham and your sorrel, sir?
I like turkey and sorrel. Turkey and sorrel.
Turkey and sorrel. So, Mama, we love you. We appreciate you. We thank you for coming. Give me a shake and you've been a good villager, strong woman in society.
Yeah, I heard that on a bus, and I remember cracking up when I heard it, right? Yeah. But then, come on, Mama wants to shake her waist now and again.
But you see, in my opinion, right, she answered the question correctly. What have you enjoyed over the Christmases? She didn't see, Marcy didn't particularly say at the spirit of
Yeah,
Christmas.
yeah.
So she telling the truth.
That's
New vibes. I would love to see this granny in the band. The granny will have me cracking up. The fact that she enjoys it, that means she's
Yeah.
probably shaking her leg on the
That's
side.
it. Granny wants to shake. Hello, hello, caller.
Oh boy.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Okay.
So nowadays you can't tell the difference between church music and anyway, right?
Oh boy.
And you can't tell the difference in appearances in the dances either.
Exactly, because
For that
everybody
matter.
doing the same thing technically.
Okay, it's all about what you're worshiping, you know. But you know, I'd really like to be a fly. Anybody would, as a matter of fact, like to be a fly on the wall when these discussions or the decisions on whether to pay double or not, or bonus or not, are being had. Okay, and I imagine that one of the things that would go into such decisions, or such a decision would be, well, how much does a bonus cost and how much does a double salary cost? Okay? And based on the answers to those, so I guess the financial secretary would know the answers to those straight off, they make decisions on what to do. Because it's all well and good to say, well, give a bonus to, or give a double salary to all public servants and then a bonus to everybody else.
Yeah.
But there are numbers involved in that.
Yeah.
And remember too that quite a lot of the private sector companies pay bonuses as well. Okay, so they'll be getting bonus on bonus, right? And you can argue that public servants, if they don't get a double, if they get a bonus instead of a double, what is happening there is that their share is being cut short. Their regular bonus or a double is being cut short, right? Because they would have to take a hit. And bearing in mind, as was said, 43% of the workforce is employed by government.
Okay.
That is a substantial number of people who would have to take that hit. Okay? But there's also the possibility of doing some kind of tiered system, gradated scale, where if you're over a certain whatever it is, salary scale, you might get half of a salary instead of a double salary. Okay? Half of the salary addition instead of a double salary, because as was pointed out, you know, there's a big difference between whether you're making $3,000 or $5,000 a month and $20,000 a month. There's a basic unfairness to that, right? In terms of the differential in what the take-home pay would be. Okay, and a tiered system would, I think, would be quite easily implemented, and I think would take care of that. Incidentally, the same could be said if you're implementing just a bonus, because, well, Social Security would know your income and would quite easily be able to say, well, whether you're in the private sector or the public sector, your income has been declared as, let's say, $10,000 a month, right? And so anything below that gets a double. Anything above that gets half of a salary as a bonus. It's quite easy to do, and I think that might be fairer overall. Okay, and that might help to release some funds for the payment of a bonus to everybody on Social Security, because remember, not everybody on Social Security are working. But the thing is, we wonder, like I said, it would be nice to be a fly on the wall. A lot of these things are not based just on whether the economy is good or not, whether the government has money or not. It can be political, because you can borrow money to pay bonuses and double salaries as well.
Yeah.
It can be political in terms of the decision. For instance, the Prime Minister might say, I want to be able to match Harris's record of paying double salaries and those sorts of things.
And there's another side to it too, because investors can give you the money to pay that because they want to build your confidence among the people, and you might find that the Destiny people might be behind something like that. So there's a whole, there are different aspects to this thing.
Yes, that can quite possibly happen.
Yeah.
Right? But only a fly on the wall would know that, of course, because that's essentially an investor bribing whether a government or the people, however you want to put it.
Yeah.
Okay, to get their way.
Yeah.
But I don't see nothing at all being given. That's just regardless of the state of the economy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't see nothing at all being given. Something will have to be given. It's just a matter of what. Because imagine in a few weeks we're going into the 4th year of a term.
Yeah.
Elections will soon be upon us. Mm-hmm. And those kinds of considerations, I'm sure, will be paramount on the minds, certainly of the decision makers, as to whether to give it.
Also on the minds of the people, because that's a very good point you made, because you don't want to wait until the last minute and then you're given a double salary, then people are going to know for sure that, okay, this is a gimmick. So you're going to have to, so.
Yes, well, I think people know before anyway, right? The expectation these days are so high. And because of what has happened in the past, people, it's almost like an entitlement rather than a bonus. People expect.
People have gone to
these
expect,
things.
Yeah.
And rightly or wrongly, a government performance is to a large extent based on that. The government may quote all kinds of macroeconomic data and so on. People are not interested in that.
Yeah.
People want to know if you're going to put more money in their pockets for them to spend.
That's it. Hold a second.
Yeah.
Hold a second. There's another caller. Hello, caller.
Yes, good morning to you guys, man. Good morning to the listening public.
Good morning.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to cut him off, really. I want to.
Well, since you're in, and he has been speaking for a while, go ahead.
Okay, quickly. I just looked at the clip where the newly elected St. Vincent and the Grenadines Prime Minister is putting the double salary out for his citizens, and he definitely referenced St. Kitts, and it's going to be the first time they're doing that in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So it now put pressure back on our government in St. Kitts and Nevis, and we wait and watch and see what's going to happen in their budget presentation. Definitely, as Mahan just said, people need more money in their pockets. And not only these politicians need money in their pocket, we too need that money as well. And I want to say something separate. I want to put out condolences to my family, the Sargent's family and the Jones family. We lost Malcolm Sargent from Birds Rock. He's a cousin of myself and Trent Sargent, who's affiliated with winnfm. I don't know if he's still there with you guys.
Yeah.
And we lost the Monday of this week.
Well, our condolences to you and your family.
Yeah, thanks a lot. And as I get that out the way, we just wait and see what's gonna happen with the budget presentation and also the SSD, the pushback with the SSD law and the Destiny Project on Nevis. And I probably will arrest my case there.
Okay,
So
back to
kudos
you.
the newly elected Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines for putting out that double salary for his citizens. And I'll leave it there, man. Thanks a lot.
All right,
Okay,
thank you, bro.
back to you, Mr. McMahon. You can do a wrap up now.
Yes, the fact that St. Vincent Prime Minister, new Prime Minister, chose to do that so early after getting elected, I guess, that is setting a kind of tone there.
Yes.
A president for the end. So again, he's going to be setting expectations high because people will say, well, you did it when you came in because you met a good economy and you could have done it.
That's a good point.
Next time you can't get it. Well, what have you done? You destroyed the economy.
Okay.
That we can't get it.
Well, hopefully he stays transparent with the persons and he let them know what is what. But the fact that they're introducing CBI in St. Vincent, maybe there will be enough money to continue paying the citizens.
That's the point.
Yeah, because when I look back at 3 years ago when teachers in St. Vincent were making $600 a month, $150 a week, as one of the teachers say, what are we supposed to do with that? But maybe Friday knows what he's up to, man. Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess we'll see. Mm-hmm. What Africa said about the Prime Minister and others lowering expectations, saying that, well, they've done this and that, and so there may not be money to pay it. I think that is just theatrics in advance of doing something.
Well, let's wait and see.
Yep.
Yes, that's all we can do. And it's all theatrics, this thing about wait and see, because really and truly, the difference between government and private sector handling of this, in the private sector, at least one of the places I've been in the private sector, what they would do is at the beginning of the year, essentially give you what they call a bonus opportunity, right? And it's specifically laid out in terms of you'll get this percentage of the bonus opportunity, let's say it's $10,000, this percent of the bonus opportunity if you do these things, and it's set out like that, okay? So at the end of the year, there is no surprise as to what you're going to get, right? You know what the expectations were. You either met them or you didn't, and your bonus gets adjusted accordingly. Yeah. In this case, it's almost an all or nothing. Regardless of whether you work hard or not, you're either getting it or you're not getting it.
Yeah.
And actually, St. Vincent would have done better rather than just mirror what is done in St. Kitts. Improve upon it. Okay, make it more fair across the board, and improve upon it. Mm-hmm. Okay, so yes, we all have to wait and see, but bearing in mind those things, all those permutations and combinations that go into the decisions as to what to do about the bonuses. Mm-hmm. It like I said, would be nice to see in the end how a decision is made and on what to pay.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Okay. Take
Thank
care.
you for your
Thanks for your
contribution.
input. We'll take a bit of a commercial break and we'll be right back.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
This is it. The last day, last chance to save big at Horsford's Building and Nevis Centers and Builders Paradise. For one day only, Wednesday, December 31st. Enjoy a massive 30% off all discountable in-store items at Horsford's Building and Nevis Centers. And 25% off all discountable items at Builder's Paradise as we clear the shelves and prepare for 2026. Celebrate accomplishments, celebrate savings, and celebrate new beginnings with the final sale of the year. Last day, last chance, last call to save big. Build with us. Build at Horsford's Building and Nevis Centers and enjoy everyday low prices at Builder's Paradise. Only on December 31st.
Get ready for the sweetest showdown of the season. It's the Flow Junior Calypso Monarch, and this year it is sweet to the core. Sunday, December 14th, 5 p.m., St. Kitts Marriott Resort Plaza is the place to be. Guess what? It's free! The young stars are stepping up. Primary, secondary, voices sharp, lyrics hot, confidence loud. They're bringing rhythm, commentary, heart, and a whole lot of sweetness to the Calypso stage. Who's bringing the heat? Who's dropping the bars? And who will rise as the next Flow Junior Calypso Monarch? There's only one place to be, one vibe, one sweet, sweet showdown. Sugar Mass 54. It's sweet to the core.
What are you doing?
She said, drink a root boy, I will do the work. You don't have to wind up yourself. You don't have to wind up yourself. Oh, she said, drink a root boy, I will do the work. You don't have to wind up yourself. You don't have to wind up yourself. Oh, cause when we out and we active, living we life. So when we drink, when we drinking. Root boy. So when we drink, when we drinking. Root boy. Oh, Miss Lady, anyway you see we are we building up our vibes. So when we drink, when we drinking. Root boy. So when we drink, when we drinking. Root boy. Why?
The battle for the crown is officially on. Sugar Mass 54 presents the Republic Bank Miss Teen St. Kitts and Nevis pageant on Saturday, December 13th at 7 p.m. All eyes turn to the Warner Park Cricket Stadium as 8 brilliant young queens step forward to represent their schools with pride, purpose, and poise. Cheer for Kimaya McDonald of Keon High, Tatiana Archer of the Immaculate Conception Catholic School, Kamira Williams of Virchow's High, Kaylin Brown of the Charles E. Mills Secondary School, Joel Nisbet of the Dr. Denzel L. Douglas Secondary School, Galia Philtua of the Baxter High School, Kato Rollins of the Washington Archibald High School, and Selena Alwani of Sky Academy. One stage, one crown, one unforgettable night as these rising stars bring talent, elegance, and school spirit center stage. Who will rise? Who will shine? And who will take home the title? Find out live at the Warner Park Cricket Stadium. Admission is only $50 for adults and $40 for children under 18. Tickets available at skncarnival.com. Sugar Mass 54. Sweet to the core.
Here are your Horsford's Value Mart IGA Christmas specials.
Running December 11th to December 24th.
Now our Value Club Blue Tag specials. Essential Everyday Shredded and Chunk Cheeses, just $7.99. IGA or Essential Everyday Frozen Waffles, just $9.99. Lender's Bagels, $12.99. Western Oils are $19.99 each. Essential Everyday Breadcrumbs, $7.49. Arm & Hammer deodorant, $8.99. And now our very low weekly
value deals. Quaker Oats, regular and quick, just $15.99. Mueller's Dry Pasta, $5.99. Essential Everyday Chunk like Tuna, $3.49. Essential Everyday Salt Plain and Iodized, $4.29. Progress Oat Soup, $13.99. Colgate Toothpaste, $6.99. Shop Smart, Shop Value Mart. Tell them in Spanish.
Sea listo y haga sus compras aquí en Value Mart.
And we're back on Island Tea just about 7 minutes before the 9 o'clock hour, and I have some comments here on the wall. And this one reads, on one hand, we complain about government spending, and on the next, we want more handouts. Some of us seems to be confused.
Yeah.
Then it goes on to say the Aspire program is more important than a double salary. We need to think long term, saving and investing. So
I
what
agree.
do you
I
say to
agree.
that?
That is what I was thinking, I was thinking to myself that, hey, the people, that is one of the ironies of life and existence. The people don't care what kind of travail the country goes through and the ups and downs, and, that roads can't be fixed and hospitals can't be built. People want money when time comes so they can spend. But yeah, I agree. It's good to think fiscally and think long term and that kind of stuff. But hey,
But then somebody says, listen to this one. SKN should have stick with the unity. Dr. Drew, because I don't like calling people full mouth, doesn't understand how to stimulate the economy. Even St. Vincent know how to look after their people. Dr. Drew has destroyed our reputation. But it's obviously he hasn't, because they're modeling after us, and he's the ruling prime minister.
that's your take on it.
Yeah. Don't get me.
Yeah, but one thing I can say, the St. Vincent and the Grenadines prime minister, as Mr. McMahon says, he set the thing high, and let's see how he can maintain that.
Because soon you do something, your people them coming for you, right?
Yeah, I understand.
Listen.
But he started off on a roll.
Because they're gonna get that, they're gonna still get the VAT, so they're gonna still get back the monies that they're giving to them. And if we would only get smart and realize, as this person say, invest, because if you're gonna give me a double salary, and yeah, I'm gonna stimulate the economy, but I'm gonna give you back the whole. Let's say I work for 500. Nah, man, I might give you 100, and that's food. I don't need all them shebangs and all them things for Christmas. I can't give you back some of that going somewhere.
We have a caller.
Okay, caller, go ahead. You're live on Allen T. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning again. But your added attire for the past week and a half at least, for the whole of December, it's been spectacular. Need to be
complimented.
Yes, and I'm coming in with a compliment this morning. You're looking very lovely today, like usual.
Thank you.
And since you have been putting on these glasses, this added attire, it's something that really needs recognition.
Oh, thank you.
Bill, I thought of saying it, but I didn't, because if I had, then people would say, Quint is watching Cortense, but I do look at her, and
Quint, I waited this long actually to say this too, because I'm treading that line like what you just mentioned. You know what I mean? But sometimes we still have to say it.
You have to say it,
based on some of your relationship conversations recently, and it needs to be highlighted somewhere, because this is the first time we are seeing something like this.
Yeah.
Continually every day.
I like doing it. When I used to fly, I did it as well. I wore the antlers. I wore my dad's Christmas ties. I had these ones. I had one with a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. That one, it broke up. I got to wear it last year, but I can't wear it this year because it's in pieces.
This can possibly be your contribution in a museum. Right?
Thank you.
This gotta be recorded, man, somewhere along the line.
Thank you.
You may have to either take a personal step, or somebody have to, or you might have to just be in the WinFM archives somewhere along the line.
Thank you.
Apart from that, Quint, I see you're making some great points as well. You mentioned the Destiny people are trying to maybe put some money to the citizens, in terms of contribution, whatever.
That is just a hypothetical, but it has logic.
But guess what? Maybe as you were talking about negotiations, maybe that can be a part of negotiations going forward on every project or something.
Yeah.
And Mahan makes some comparisons between, we see the Prime Minister a lot have been talking about the former Prime Minister Harris a lot. We don't know if that's a love affair, but the Prime Minister's two goals of the Prime Minister should be to unite the people and raise the quality of life of the people.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I got it right, but we know that some of the safety nets have been taken away. We can't have the safety nets taken away and then don't give the people a double salary. Somewhere along the line, as Matt Mahan was talking just now, this current prime minister should try to be better and different than the past prime ministers. And Matt Mahan said he should at least try to match Harris's, with the comparison. He must at least try to match what Harris been doing. If Harris has that safety net in place and the double salary, that is two things positive for the people. But we cannot have this prime minister and this administration take away both. That's not matching up to what Harris is doing.
Burl, hold a second. There's another caller. Hello, caller.
Grand Rising.
Yes. Thanks for your patience.
You're welcome. About the double salary. In my view, any administration that wishes to incentivize its people in any form, whether Christmas or New Year's, must first look at your most vulnerable citizens. Now, the double salary benefits civil servants only, which is a very small population of the society. Also, the man working for 20,000, 25,000, he is going home with 40, 50,000. The man on minimum wage, let me say on the step, on the same government program, is likely to go home with about 2,000. The disparity is making literally you rich richer and you poor poorer. The attention must be to bring up those at the bottom a little bit, not to extend those at the top further. Now the sentiment about the SXV zone, if family is if the one on Nevis right now has the potential to bring in, I said it already, 10,000 families, with an average family at four. Two parents, two children, minimum. And at passport, at $250,000 a pop. I mean, I'm putting it my way, I don't know. Maybe it's not like this, but listen to me. It means the investor is collecting from our passport, because the way I get it, they are the ones dealing with the passports. $2.5 billion. We are talking from one investment or one such investment. That's the potential of the passport. Somebody correct me, because maybe a family got 3 or 4 in it. 5 or 6 in it. So it seems to me that we are financing these projects to receive. We're giving in the region of $2 billion. And then the Nevis, as I said, given $50 million. Somebody ain't counting out the maths too hard.
But you see, Carla, if I may interject, this is why now we understand why these people seem to be so adamant at pushing this project, because now we see where they intend to get their revenue from, but they didn't give us the big picture. But those of us who can do the analysis and calculate, we're seeing deeper. And to add to what you have just put in there, they're going to also walk away with our lands.
Exactly. Because it's a land sales of business. We only talking about the passport portion, you know.
Yeah.
It's billions these people stand to make. And give us crumbs. To 50 million is a lot of money in context. In this year instance, we are giving financing billion-dollar project to receive out of it crumbs. 50 million is crumbs.
That is just like the double salary analysis that you gave, where if someone is their take-home pay is 25,000, imagine they're going to go home with 50,000, but the person on the PEP is going to take home 2,000. So this is what they do. Because they keep you in a position where you're desperate for something, and then when you think you're getting something, you don't look at what they are getting from it.
My take on it, if you're going to pay double salary, you see the people up to 3,500, double. Beyond that, you get 10-20% bonus.
I agree. Okay. Yeah.
I totally agree as well.
That is fair.
Yeah. Not this thing that they have been fooling us with all the time about double salary and there's this big disparity. I agree with you. Yeah.
I totally agree as well. So, Quinn.
When you start counting, one will realize that the majority of the people, their life is not being improved.
Yeah.
They are put at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Because the people with the lower the money is spending, also the economy. The money at the bottom is the money that circulates rapidly.
True. Rapidly.
They can.
People want, the people down here are the ones who want. So the money, all what they get gone to the sea, it gone horse body, it gone ram. By Monday or the next working day, 3/4 of the money done gone back in government coffers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I said that.
Yeah.
They're going to get it back. Because we're not going to invest it. We're going to spend it.
Yeah.
Must be down here to stimulate the economy. The top don't spend. Economy is spending.
And Carla, hold
You
us.
empower the people who gonna spend it first.
And Carla, hold a second there, because I want people to realize that this individual who is speaking, this is a farmer, you know. So when people think that farmers are stupid and incompetent and they don't look at the overall, you understand? This is a farmer, and you see how he thinks.
Quinn, can I add to that?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Burl.
And this is why I said the other day that this guy is someone I have been listening to very closely recently. This dude is making a lot of sense. You see this analogy that he just put forward just now? He is 200% correct. There's too much disparity between the rich and the poor. And the bottom line is, man, to the Premier and the Prime Minister, we all have a brain. And thank the Lord for giving us a brain so we can think. And to those people in the Federation of Sinkers and Nevis who have that financial expertise, because we are talking about finance here, they need to come forward and educate the rest of us. Because continually we are seeing our politicians trying to pull that blanket over our faces. But Prince, as you just said, we are getting deeper and deeper into this thing. We are getting more and more knowledge. We are finding out more and more stuff that they've been hiding from us for all of these years. It's time for us to stand up to that. We need to make a statement to these guys, because guess what? When the double salary is paid, don't the parliamentarians get a double salary themselves? Yeah. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, Burl,
The vulnerable. Yeah, go ahead.
I want you to wrap up, and then I want the caller to wrap up.
Okay, the vulnerable sector of the community that this guy just mentioned, we need to uplift them as well. Some of those people, they are not that, the capability of them to uplift themselves, they may need help. These are what we call the safety nets. But I'm going to go back to my point before. This Prime Minister cannot take away those safety nets from the vulnerable. And the guy on the other side, he may have a different analogy about the double salary, but this is why I'm saying the safety net's got to stay in place. And I'll leave it there, man. Thanks a lot, and thanks to the other caller on the other line.
Okay. Caller, make your wrap up also.
Yeah. My position is simple. Do not look up. Look down at the faces at the bottom of the well. Come in. Say pensioners. You got a lot of people. They get $500 only for the month. My thing is, put something in social and spread the thing across the board. Make everybody happy. All your citizens must be satisfied with your actions taken. Not one set smiling and one set grieving. Bless.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for your contribution.
And we're going to take a bit of a break, and we'll be right back.
You found the sound 98.9 Win FM.
St. Kitts and Nevis, get ready, because this December, Horsefoods is about to drop it. Yes, Horsefoods is dropping prices like never before with two massive 3-day VAT discount weekend sales. Thursday, December 11th, that day Friday, December 12th, and Saturday, December 13th. Then we drop it again on Thursday, December 18th, Friday, December 19th, and that day Saturday, December 20th. Drop it. We're dropping prices with 30% off all in-store items at Horsefoods Building and Nevis Centers, 25% off store-wide at Builders Paradise, 25% off store-wide at Horsefoods Automotive Accessories and Spares, 25% off Horsefoods Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture Home Store. And on VAT days, we drop it even more with an extra 12% off VAT on top of everything. That's right, 30% off here, 25% off there. That discount everywhere. If it's savings, Horsefoods will drop it. 2 weekends, 6 days, unreal savings. December 11th through 13th and December 18th through 20th. When the prices drop, you shop. Horsefoods, where we drop it so you can save big.
The countdown is on. The sweetest season of the year is here. From December 13th to January 2nd, St. Kitts and Nevis comes alive once more with vibes galore, energy to explore, and moments sweeter than ever before. Sugar Mass 54, sweet to the core. The stage erupts with the passion of Calypso, the sweet sound of Pan, the heat of soca, dazzling pageants and traditions that make you love Carnival even more. Dance to the streets at Juve, celebrate folklore, and revel in the Grand Carnival Parade, a celebration of rhythm, color, culture. Sugar Mass 54, sweet to the core.
This Christmas, add postpaid for a festive win-win. We're gifting you a 50-inch smart TV or a $400 Amazon gift card. When you add a Flow postpaid mobile plan to your home internet, you can celebrate the most wonderful time of the year with a big screen or big shopping. Let us upsize your TV or clear your Amazon cart. Either way, you come out on top. Add postpaid to internet today for your festive win-win. Visit discoverflow.co for more info. Terms and conditions apply.
Get ready for the sweetest showdown of the season. It's the Flow Junior Calypso Monarch. And this year, it is sweet to the core. Sunday, December 14th, 5 p.m., St. Kitts Marriott Resort Plaza is the place to be. Guess what? It's free! The young stars are stepping up. Primary, secondary, voices sharp, lyrics hot, confidence loud. They're bringing rhythm, commentary, heart, and a whole lot of sweetness to the Calypso stage. Who's bringing the heat? Who's dropping the bars? And who will rise as the next Flow Junior Calypso Monarch? There's only one place to be, one vibe, one sweet, sweet showdown. Sugar Mass 54. It's sweet to the core.
What are you doing?
She said, drink a rude boy, I will do the work. You don't have to wind up yourself. You don't have to wind up yourself. Oh, she said, drink a rude boy, I will do the work. You don't have to wind up yourself. You don't have to wind up yourself. Oh, cause when we out and we active, living we life. So when we drink, we drinking. Rude boy. So when we drink, we drinking. Rude boy. Oh, Miss Lady, anyway you see we are we building up our vibes. So when we drink, we drinking. Rude boy. So when we drink, we drinking. Rude boy. Why?
And we're back on Island T, just about 15 minutes after the hour of 9. We have a caller, Quinn?
No.
Okay, so I will continue along.
We do have one now.
Okay, caller, go ahead. You're live on Island T. Good morning.
Yes, hello, it's me again. No, I'm going to try to be quick as possible.
Well, before you go on, let me say again that it is refreshing when I realize that you do have a sense of humor, because sometimes I wonder the way you're so strict with this biblical thing. Sometimes I wonder how is Greg, does Greg smile? But it's good to know that you do have a sense of humor.
And Granny made Greg smile.
Yeah, Jesus had a sense of humor too. No? Jesus had
Amen,
a sense
brother.
of humor.
Amen.
Yes. But anyway, the call that I made, right? I said, you see the second part, because I didn't want to say everything in one call. So this is the second part of the call. No, number one, I suspect very strongly that if, whether it be a bonus or double, given this year, I suspect strongly election next year. That's number one.
You really think they cut short their term? Don't you think they would have learned from the lessons of others?
I don't know. I don't know, because some things are still repeating. Okay. But that others, the mistake of others. So okay. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know.
So you think so you think that just this double salary alone will be enough to give them the kind of momentum that they need?
Whether it would be enough is another question.
Okay.
That's another question. But I suspect if they give a double the bonus, I suspect strongly. Okay, like I said, I'm not a prophet.
And if your calculation is right, because it could be, because we're fast approaching that time when people are going to be called to the electorate, if there's merit to what you say, then one would, and one who analyzes would say then that would show signs of desperation on their part.
Yeah, because you got to remember both Clinton and Carter. So you have to remember that people seem to be more, well, in my view, getting more and more turned off by Labour, and people are more intimate, speaking out more and more against them. So I do not know if they're feeling the pressure to call election next year.
Yeah. Your analysis
because of that, I do not know.
Your analysis is not a bad one. It's not a bad one.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So
I
So
think
it's
people
just
are
a
perturbed because they
suspicion.
can't get their way. Because most time that's how, when they can't get their way with what's going on.
When
they,
you say can't get their way,
like spoiled children sometimes. When we
no,
can't get our
no.
way.
This is to do with the economy. This is to do with
And I get
what
that.
people see the trajectory. People don't have there's this word that goes with any economy, and that is confidence. You understand? Confidence governs how the US dollar goes. That
Yeah.
is why
Yes.
right now people are moving away from the US dollar because they are lacking
Yes.
confidence.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
the people in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis do not seem to have confidence in
True.
the incumbent right now.
All right.
It seems to be getting less and less.
Yeah.
Okay? So, and remember, as confidence in you as a government is getting less and less by the people, the pressure increases on you to have a call election.
Yeah.
Okay? And like I said,
But call election to
You know.
lose? That's my
Well,
thing.
that's why I say it could be a move coming out of desperation
would I call elections to
because
lose?
you see this is why Greg's analysis is not bad, because the closer they go to the time when they're supposed to have election and they don't have it, the more desperate they're going to become. So if they have a
Yes.
double salary, it comes off at least something good, and then you use maybe one or a few different
to
things
piggyback on
you know, and they're gonna it's a good analysis. Yeah.
oh, but another thing is, I remember one time when Dr. Douglas, he went down to the wire to
Yes.
call election.
We
You remember that?
Yeah, we remember that very well.
And people were saying that was a sign that he didn't have confidence that he would
That's
win it.
it,
And people
yeah.
were saying when government waits so long to call it, it's because they don't have confidence.
Yeah, yeah.
So you don't want to wait too long either. No, concerning the double salary, okay? As I have said, I have no problem. I would prefer personally give a double salary to the civil servants, give a bonus to the rest, okay? Of the people, the rest of the people.
Okay.
No. That's what I said. I would prefer. No. I did not say that in a vacuum. As a matter of fact, even in the past I've said on the radio, hey, even if you could give a triple, I wouldn't mind it if you could give a triple. But I have said, in the past, you remember one time, Doug, it's a double auto style?
That's a big, yeah, but that was just political hyperbole, you know.
Okay. Yeah, one time you said double auto style.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying, but I ain't say it in a vacuum, but I said, let me make that point later on. I have no problem with that. But government ought to, if we do that, cut tremendously government spending and government taxation. And I would prefer, at the very least, I would prefer a tax-free, government tax-free duty ports. Okay? At the very least. I would love that. But even if you ain't going to go free, tremendous cuts at your ports in government taxes. Okay? Tremendous cuts.
Greg, hold a second.
Government would also have to do that as well.
Hold a second. There's another caller. Hello, caller.
Good morning, guys. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you.
Good. Yourself? Morning.
I'm good. I'm good.
Morning.
No,
morning,
I get
morning.
what Greg is saying, right? But isn't that a very risky? Because
Yeah, it is
remember,
risky.
even if they give the double salary, it's not everybody getting the double salary.
Yeah,
That's
private
a
going to
risk
get
to
double salary.
call, exactly, to call election before time. I don't think they would do that. I think they're going to make sure they go right
All the way
down to the wire.
Exactly.
All the way. Probably, knowing labor, they probably go over the time, too. They're famous for that.
Yeah, they're famous for that.
OMG.
We're just being real here, you understand?
Okay.
Exactly. Being realistic. We know that like we know the back of we have. But anyway, to the tip with grandma, with mama. Mama was not thinking no way godly when mama answered that question, okay? Mama was thinking about moving her leg and all it. But something
Don't
Mr.
you think that mama deserves to shake a leg?
Look, Mama should be sleeping, eating Jesus.
Sleeping,
okay?
but you see how good she moving for it. What was it, 89 or something like that? You see how good she moving? No, she good. You let Mama shake her leg, yes, she gonna live longer.
Shake her leg, shake it to Jesus. Shake it for Jesus. Don't shake it for the enemy. Shake it for Jesus.
All right, praise him.
No, Mr. Matt Mahan said something, right? That is a very sad statement. To me, it's a sad statement because he said nowadays you cannot distinct the godly music from the worldly music, and you cannot distinct the worldly dance from the godly dance. That's a very sad place to be.
Yeah.
When you cannot separate God people from the world,
but
it's dangerous.
But don't you see any truth in what he said?
I agree with him, though, but that's why I said it's a sad place to be.
Okay.
It's a sad statement. We may laugh and think, but when he said that, I said, look at it. And especially, you know why it's even worse? Because when you're coming from people who are, let me don't say it. Let me bite my tongue. Let me don't say it. But it is a sad place to be when you cannot separate God's people from the world.
Yes.
Very sad. Yeah. And to the double salary, I agree with what the farmer says. Amen. Because I never get happy. I never get happy over double salary because I always say only one set of people benefit.
Yeah.
And then the same people in government, they benefit even more. Because they're saying, Lord, we have it already. Let me not take ours. They're grabbing onto theirs still. Stuff in their pockets. I never get excited over it. Have a good day, guys.
Thank you for your contribution, caller.
Go ahead, Greg.
Yes. So as I was saying, right? Yes, I have no problem. Like I said, the government giving a double salary to its workers and giving a bonus to the rest of the people. But what like I've said, if the government going to even just give a double salary or just a bonus, still, then in order to offset it all, because remember this will be more expense upon more expense upon more expense, making the national debt even bigger, which is not good.
Yeah.
Government would have to offset it with, they ought to offset it with big government cuts in spending and in taxes, especially at the port, in order to offset the expense bill, okay? And it's because government giving these things in the past, among other things, why one of the many reasons, one of the number of reasons why the cost of living is so high today. Is one of the reasons, because if you ain't going to cut government expenses, taxes and that sort of stuff, you're just adding more and more expenses, and you're carrying up the cost of living more and more.
You know something, Greg? Even though unlike you, I don't agree with completely eliminating all taxes. I do understand the merit of decreasing taxes, and for the life of me, I cannot understand why the people who do the maths don't realize that if you decrease the tax, you have more influx. You understand? If it is cheaper when you order something to get it in, you're going to have more orderings and more, and then over the long run, you make more money rather than having.
But
go ahead.
But quit. Not only that. Remember, if things are cheaper to bring in, remember you're able to bring in bigger bulks.
That's what I'm saying.
And you know, when you bring in bigger bulks, the cost is even cheaper per unit.
Yeah, and the turnover now becomes the big thing.
Yeah, and the small man that normally suffers benefits.
Yeah. And I don't understand for the life of me, why is it that our Caribbean governments, for the main part, continue, that's why I say they continue these colonialistic taxes. These taxes were never made for the poor to rise. And you coming from us, coming from the struggle, and you're continuing these colonial taxes when you can bring relief to your people and see your economy gradually escalate and becomes bigger.
And remember, we are not talking just theory, no. We are not talking just theory because because when the government here dropped personal income tax, the economy boomed and took off.
Yeah.
And more small businesses came on the scenes and that's all because people had more money in their pocket to invest.
Yeah.
And spend. So, but also as well, let me also say again, emphasize again, along with tax cuts, you're going to also need cuts in government spending and elimination of government wasteful spending as well.
I agree.
Yes.
That goes
so
without
I
saying.
wasn't talking in a vacuum in the first thing. It's just that I didn't want to put everything in one call.
Yeah, well,
okay?
that's good, yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you, Greg.
Yes. Take care. God bless you all.
Okay. So let's take another commercial break and we'll be right back.
WINN is 98.9. 98.9 is Win FM.
This is it. The last day, last chance to save big at Horsford's Building and Nevis Centers and Builders Paradise. For one day only. Wednesday, December 31st. Enjoy a massive 30% off all discountable in-store items at Horsford's Building and Nevis Centers. And 25% off all discountable items at Builders Paradise as we clear the shelves and prepare for 2026. Celebrate accomplishments, celebrate savings, and celebrate new beginnings with the final sale of the year. Last day, last chance, last call to save big. Build with us. Build at Horsford's Building and Nevis Centers and enjoy everyday low prices at Builders Paradise. Only on December 31st.
Get ready for the sweetest showdown of the season. It's the Flow Junior Calypso Monarch, and this year it is sweet to the core. Sunday, December 14th, 5 p.m., St. Kitts Marriott Resort Plaza is the place to be. Guess what? It's free! The young stars are stepping up. Primary, secondary, voices sharp, lyrics hot, confidence loud. They're bringing rhythm, commentary, heart, and a whole lot of sweetness to the Calypso stage. Who's bringing the heat? Who's dropping the bars? And who will rise as the next Flow Junior Calypso Monarch? There's only one place to be, one vibe, one sweet, sweet showdown. Sugar Mass 54. It's sweet to the core.
Here are your Horsford's Value Mart IGA Christmas specials.
Running December 11th to December 24th.
Now, our Value Club Blue Tag specials. Essential Everyday Shredded and Chunk Cheeses, just $7.99. IGA or Essential Everyday Frozen Waffles, just $9.99. Lender's Bagels, $12.99. Western Oils are $19.99 each. Essential Everyday Breadcrumbs, $7.49. Arm & Hammer deodorant, $8.99. And now our very low weekly
value deals. Quaker Oats, regular and quick, $15.99. Mueller's Dry Pasta, $5.99. Essential Everyday Chunk like Tuna, $3.49. Essential Everyday Salt, plain and iodized, $4.29. Progress Oat Soup, $13.99. Picoga Toothpaste, $6.99. Shop Smart, Shop Value Mart. Tell them in Spanish.
Sea listo y haga sus compras aquí en Value Mart.
What are you doing?
She said, drink a rude boy, I will do the work. You don't have to wind up yourself. You don't have to wind up yourself. Oh, she said, drink a rude boy, I will do the work. You don't have to wind up yourself. You don't have to wind up yourself. Oh, cause when we out and we active, living we life. So when we drink, drinking. Rude boy. So when we drink, drinking. Rude boy. Oh, Miss Lady, anyway you see we are we building up our vibes. So when we drink, drinking. Rude boy. So when we drink, drinking. Rude boy. Why?
The battle for the crown is officially on. Sugar Mass 54 presents the Republic Bank Miss Teen St. Kitts and Nevis pageant on Saturday, December 13th at 7 p.m. All eyes turn to the Warner Park Cricket Stadium as 8 brilliant young queens step forward to represent their schools with pride, purpose, and poise. Cheer for Kimaya McDonald of Keon High, Tatiana Archer of the Immaculate Conception Catholic School, Camira Williams of Virchow's High, Kaylin Brown of the Charles E. Mills Secondary School, Joel Nisbet of the Dr. Denzel L. Tickets available at skncarnival.com. Sugar Mass 54, sweet to the core.
Just about 33 minutes after the hour of 9, and we're back on Island T. And I know I normally say I'm not sharing with Venezuela, and yes, I continue to say I'm not going to share with Venezuela, but I still empathize with what's happening in Venezuela. And as I mentioned earlier, the seizure of the oil vessel skipper of Venezuela, because when I look at stuff like this, I think my country is a developing country that's full of that. Will my country be next?
Yeah, that is what a lot of people are thinking.
So although Venezuela wants to take 3/4 of my country, I don't agree with what's happening to them. So I have a little clip to play here. So
New podcast out called Burn Order. It is about the U.S. government's incarceration of Japanese Americans. Whispering. Of course, it's a horrible thing that happened.
Wait, that's not the one that I want to play. Hold up. Oh boy. Give me 1 second. Let me find it because I know I have it here. This one.
The U.S. has seized an oil tanker off the coast of Venezuela. Confirmation coming from President Trump just moments ago.
And this also comes as the president has ordered a huge military buildup in the region and has launched strikes for months now on alleged drug boats. We're joined now by the former Air Force Secretary Frank Kendall, and we're learning details obviously still at this point, but your initial reaction to learning of this seized oil tanker, what this means?
It seems to me to be an escalation of the level of pressure we're putting on Venezuela and on President Maduro. Quite frankly, I don't know where this is leading or what the overall intent is here. But this is a substantially bigger step to take than the ones we've taken before this.
To the point of trying to discern what the intent is, experts have pointed to energy as the linchpin of this nexus of countries that are adversaries of the United States in the Western Hemisphere: Cuba, Nicaragua, obviously Venezuela. I wonder whether you think it also lends credence to the idea that the administration is specifically going after Maduro in part for his energy.
I think it's pretty clear that the intent here is ultimately to take him out of power, one way or the other. I don't know how far we're prepared to go in that direction. The force that we have in the Caribbean is not large enough to support an invasion, but it could support strikes. It's got a lot of air power, naval power, a relatively small marine force. Some special operations capability. So we could be doing airstrikes, which have been implied for some time. We could be doing something in support of a coup. That's possible. We could be doing raids. We could be targeting drug facilities and so on. I don't know. It's not at all clear what the actual intent is here. It may be some hope that Maduro will just realize that the game is up and leave the country. I think that may be wishful thinking, but that's a possibility.
Looking at previous U.S. involvement in the region or in situations like this, there are cautionary tales. What's on your mind as you're thinking about this?
There's a very long history of U.S. intervention in South America, which is not a very pretty story. I've seen some of that throughout my career. Panama at one time, Grenada. I don't think the force we have in this case is large enough to do an attack and seize control. Venezuela's a big country with a pretty good-sized military. But that said, I don't know where President Trump is going with this. He declared a no-fly zone, essentially, or closed airspace, which we have no power to enforce. So what he intends with that, again, there's a lot of mystery about this, and I think it would be very helpful if the President were a little clearer about what he's actually trying to do here.
Lawmakers on Capitol Hill are hoping that the administration would be more clear on exactly what happened with that second strike on these apparent survivors of an initial strike, suspected drug traffickers. Initially, the President and Secretary Hegseth made statements saying that they were open to footage of that second strike being released to the public. They have since hedged on that. You've obviously been on the other side of oversight as Air Force Secretary. What reasons would you see for this video not being released to the public?
I cannot conceive of any reason not to release the video, other than that they don't like what's on it and don't want people to see it. what we've had various stories about this ever since it came out. You know, it's been shown to some people on Capitol Hill, and we've got dramatically different interpretations of what those people saw. So let's all see it. I don't know of anything that could be classified that would prevent it being released. And if there was, that sort of thing could be removed somehow. We really need to see what happened so we can judge for ourselves what happened here. It's also really important, I think, to remember that it's not just these strikes on these two survivors. It's all of these strikes. They're all illegal. There is no war with the drug dealers. The president's unilaterally decided that he wants to have a war with them and start killing people. Congress declares war, not the president. So we really need to put this in context of all the operations that are going on here and try to hold the administration accountable for what it's doing. I can go on and on about this, but
Yeah, that still isn't the one that let me see if I can.
The other one isn't that long. When
No.
they're that long, let us get the gist and then.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find. Hold on. Give me, because I have them, but then when I play them, I don't know if it's a continuation of something. It goes to something different. Let me just hit this one and see what this one says.
We begin tonight with new video of the Trump administration's latest move against Venezuela. Attorney General Pam Bondi put it out this evening, shows American forces boarding an oil tanker, coming down lines from hovering choppers, making their way to the bridge and seizing control of the vessel. Quoting from the Attorney General's social media post, today the Federal Bureau of Investigation, Homeland Security Investigations, and the U.S. Coast Guard, with support from the Department of War, executed a seizure warrant for a crude oil tanker used to transport sanctioned oil from Venezuela and Iran. A senior U.S. official tells CNN it had Venezuelan crude on board, was sailing in international waters, and no one was injured in the boarding operation. Now, the video came out just a short time after this from the president setting the stage.
As you probably know, we've just seized a tanker on the coast of Venezuela, a large tanker, very large. Largest one ever seized, actually. And other things are happening, so you'll be seeing that later, and you'll be talking about that later with some other people.
He said the tanker was seized.
He also mentioned that the Colombian president need to look out because they just might be next.
Look, remember that when Trump got in early, Trump talked about Canada, he spoke about Iceland, he spoke about, you think this man is making joke? The rest of the world had better beware of what the U.S. is trying to do. They're not going to succeed in it most likely, but what the U.S. is trying to do, as the old saying goes, they take an inch and they get away, and they take a yard and they get away and they take a mile. When you look, like for instance, yesterday I played a clip where you want to seize Russia's monies, you understand, that you have in a bank. Not illegal monies, mind you. Monies placed in a bank so they can do business transactions. And you want to seize their money and give it to the Ukraine. These things that the world is doing, and this is why I keep saying to people, don't live in your little microcosm and think, well, you can have a nice phone and you can get a reasonable meal, and do not understand what is happening around the globe. Because when it hits you, the shock that you're going to get, what it's going to do to your psyche, you may not be able to recover from it. So be cognizant of what is happening. I have said over and over again, the government in Venezuela is not an illegal government. The only thing is that they are a socialist government as opposed to a so-called democratic government. So what gives you the right to determine, as you heard the individual say, you're going to cut off people airspace just because you can't do it? You're going to seize their monies so they can't do business.
But he can't do that, as the gentleman mentioned. He doesn't have the jurisdiction to cut
But he
the
has
airspace.
already done it, because he told some of those airlines not to go in, otherwise they're going to put sanctions on them, and the airlines stopped. Even though Maduro was telling them, well, don't stop because you don't have to do this. And they stopped, and Maduro said he gave them a time to say, well, if you don't start back within a given time, then you're banned for life. And these are the things, and naive people sit down and say, oh, well, you know, Venezuela's so hard, people they're running, leaving the country. This is what the West has done. It puts pressure on you without reason, and then when your people rush to their country to try to find survival, they round you up, as they're doing right now, and ship you back off. You understand?
Yeah. And this thing about social media now needing your social media accounts for 5 years. And when somebody asks Trump if, because the social media situation that they're asking for now is for people with Estes. And when asked whether the proposal could lead to a steep drop-off in tourism to the U.S., Trump says he was not concerned. The U.S. is doing very well at this time.
Yeah, well, let them go ahead, caller.
Morning, guys. No, Quint, I agree with what you're saying. You see this thing here, and the commentator, he's a little bit disingenuous,
Yes,
because
they are.
what it's about.
Yes.
Trump boldly said he want the people oil. He didn't hear him. He didn't stutter when he said what he was saying. He told everybody know what it's about.
Yeah,
it's
but
about
Trump
the
said they
people's
are going to keep
oil.
the oil that's on that tanker.
Yeah.
He did say
and-
that.
But exactly, that's what they want.
And look here.
But
look,
that's what they want.
Look here, caller. Here's this. After all that they've done to Venezuela, Venezuela has been able to survive because of its link with China, Iran, and Russia. So here's an oil tanker going to ship oil to Iran, because Iran is one of those countries sanctioned by the West again, that they can't get this and they can't get that. So here is Venezuela doing legitimate business, and you, because you feel you're Mr. Bully, just seize their tanker. So they're not supposed to eat. They're not supposed to make any kind of revenue. This is what is happening, you know.
That's why they run to America, to be great again.
But you see, that's the thing the thing that bothers me, right? Is that when you look at, like this morning, I was just talking to myself, and when I see stuff like this, it kind of make you angry.
Yeah.
Because when you look at somebody with no morals trying to teach another person without morals, don't they all have no morals?
Yep. Yep.
Both are evil.
Because everybody, he pardoned the president of, is it Honduras?
Yeah, this is drug.
And this drug, and then you're fighting somebody else
Yeah,
with drugs
you're
and going,
killing
and then you say you
people
went for
saying-
Colombia next.
Yeah.
What's the point,
I
yo?
can say you in my head.
Oh, boy.
In my head, because that's what he can't say it's a fight on drugs when he pardoned a big drug dealer. So it had nothing to do with that.
Nothing.
So
The
you see the
resources.
hypocrisy.
Yeah.
It is all about the resources.
Yeah.
And this thing about you need 5 years of social media and what's up and what's not to get a visa. People need to get other places to go.
That's what I've been saying all the
Cleo, do you have your
All
real
you
ID?
have to-
Have you gotten your real ID yet?
Look,
I see that's something new you have to
No,
do
I
over
have
there.
no real. I do not. I have a passport. I don't have a real ID. I don't sign on to everything. People come up with the devil tricky.
Okay, just making sure, because
That's how
your
I
real
didn't
ID.
want to. I didn't want to get no joke. I ain't wanting to get no real ID.
So what's gonna happen when you don't have your real ID?
Look me. What happened? I didn't take the joke. What happened? When I'm traveling, I use a passport.
But we heard this
Hello.
guy. We heard this guy. What's his name? The one from Cuba. So he's up in the government right now. Marco Rubio. We heard Marco Rubio say some time ago that they're going to scrutinize, and if you've said anything bad about their system and their government and Trump, you're not going to be allowed to come into their country. So this is why they want all of this.
That is why they want your social media and all those stuff, is to penalize you.
Yeah. But I thought America was free speech.
Well,
Free speech, my foot.
if America doesn't be careful, even though they say only 2 terms and it's in their constitution, they better be careful. Trump might not want to step away when after this
2028 comes.
Is done.
Quinn, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. That is going to be a fight in itself. When it comes to that is going to be a fight. If you look at what's going on in the world right now, right? Look me. A lot of people don't like to hear about God and Jesus returning. But if you look at everything, the ducks are lining up.
Yeah.
All the alliances with a bunch of these evil countries. Look me, right now my mind gone blank. But everything is lining up. The third temple is being rebuilt. Going to read about the third temple. Once the third temple rebuilt, you know who's going to preach in that third temple? The Antichrist. The one who coming to say he bring peace.
Yep.
And people going to fall for it.
Imagine Trump came in and said he was going to stop all the wars. Stop all the wars.
He's trying, but nobody's taking him on, as far as I'm concerned.
Look,
Yeah, he's trying.
He's trying.
He's trying Ukraine and Russia.
No, Hortensia.
No,
he's
I'm not mean
trying to stop no war.
I know. That's what I'm saying. He's trying. It's not gonna work. That's what I'm saying.
It's time now the world stops fall for false peace.
Yeah.
The only true peace comes from Christ.
Yeah.
It's false peace. It's time we stop buying to that mess.
Yeah.
And all he really looking for is some awards, you know. That's his greatest honor. He just wants a award. He just loves to hear his name called and big up. That's all he's really looking for. But hey, people, don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for the false peace.
Yeah.
It's a mess. But anyway, guys, I'm going to continue to my work.
All right, you have a good day.
Thanks for your input again. Ever since I was a young boy, growing up in the Virgin Islands, and my mother would, on a number of occasions, ask me if I wanted a visa, I wanted to be naturalized, and I never did, because I never wanted to go to the United States to do what? Especially knowing that when I was young, I was radical and a juvenile delinquent. You could imagine me living in the U.S. I wouldn't be alive today. You understand? Because they take pleasure in eliminating boys of color. You understand? Black boys. So I would not be alive today. So I don't know why everybody wants to run. I could understand if you want to go to make a better life and come back home and that kind. But why you want to go over there to stay over there? To do what?
To make a better life.
Yeah, hello, caller.
To make a better
Hello,
life,
caller.
and maybe they like it so much they stay.
Lost that one too.
Caller, good morning. You're live on
we
INT.
lost both of them. Maybe they'll call back.
All right, no problem.
We have about 10 more minutes before we're...
But since we have about 10 more minutes, I want to touch Grenada's CBI program. The fact that we know they have 1,166 new citizens under the CBI from January to September. Let me tell you how deep they went, right? 15% are Nigerians, 13% from China, and the rest, they didn't give the breakdowns for that. Caller, go ahead. You're live on Island T.
Yeah, just quickly. When those people in Somalia and around there board the ships, it's called pirateering.
Yeah, pirates, yeah.
Piracy.
So when Trump and they do it,
it's nothing.
we must call it international pirateering.
Yeah, that's what Venezuela accuses them of, international piracy.
Caller, you know your history. You know that Sir Hawkins, Drake, and all of them were pirating, looting around the Caribbean to give wealth to the Queen of England. They got their wealth. All of their museums are full of what they've stolen from all over the world.
Pirateering.
Yeah.
Now let me say something more serious now. We got a duty. We got a duty. The region is at war. We need to plant food.
Yep.
The first thing is going to happen when war break out. Well, the influx of people, because expect that to happen, people running from place to place. We're very small islands. So we're going to get that humanitarian crisis to deal with. Secondly, because we import all of our food, and it's a little bit that because we import all our food, within the next few weeks, pay attention to the supermarket shelves. When a country is at war, the government don't allow the people to send the food out, you know.
Nope, it's gotta need it for the people.
Everybody gonna hold on the food. We have an administration called agriculture that is more or less in its present state obsolete. It is necessary, you know, that the people change this administration, yeah. Every day, the signs are showing us that the administration is not thinking of the people. They're not looking, they got no vision. They're not looking at tomorrow's possibilities. It's just an ego, a hype, a glad man chip. You're going to Africa and you say you're taking picture in farm business. The result must manifest itself on sinking soil.
Yeah.
Nothing is happening. We're going to be running out of food. I'm saying to everybody, plant something. Plant a fig tree. Save all your seeds, all. Don't throw it, no seed, because you might go run with them, you know. This sounds like an extreme, but if we pay attention to what's happening in the world, all our region, no plane could fly, no boat gun could come, things shut international waters, is where the attacks in the region is happening. People, wake up, pay attention. We've been sleepwalking for a long time. Pay attention to what's happening around us. Plant food, save your seeds, you go supermarket, anything you buy. Don't throw away the seed them. Save all your seeds. Where you could push in a pot, push in a spot in your yard, push in. We're gonna need it. My people, this is real time for real awakening. Be good.
Okay.
All right, thank you, caller. Yeah, we